what the governor released was a 50,000-foot version of a lot of work that educators, including a lot of our members, have been working on for some time. He talked about the educator effectiveness work, he talked about the school accountability task force work, and the Read to Lead work. Now, 2 of those 3 groups have issued reports already, and there weren't any surprises, but there aren't any details. The real surprise in those 2 is he's talking about legislation, and neither the design team for educator effectiveness nor the Read to Lead task force has actually developed language. If these were collaborations, releasing legislation before they've actually agreed on what that should look like seems to be a bit of a stretch. On the accountability task force, they haven't even issued a report yet. And a release from the superintendent of public instruction tells me he wasn't consulted about that, and he supposedly is co-chairing this work with the governor. So what we have is a lot of rhetoric about supporting public schools and about working as a collaboration in a bipartisan effort, but you have a Republican governor and the 2 Republican chairs of the Assembly and the Senate Education Committees who are issuing and developing legislation without the collaboration of the very people they say have been a part of this work. We have a lot of questions. In addition, what the governor has done for the previous year is nothing except to endanger the funding, which was already in need of repair in this state, by cutting $1.6 billion from public schools. How do you do the kinds of really important work that we're talking about, both with educator evaluations and with reading instruction, when you're losing library media specialists and reading specialists, when class sizes, particularly at the elementary level, are going up because of budget cuts? How do you do that important work? The rhetoric and the actions do not match up. And that is just another indication that this governor will talk a good game about education, but he's not delivering where it counts the most. Educators and school districts have indicated we are more than ready to take on accountability for what we need to be doing with our students and for our communities. But I think it's time for the governor to be accountable for the fact that his actions and his rhetoric don't match.